Hi guys, welcome back to Not So Hot Show. I have been gone for 2 months, but nobody cares because I'm an extremely small channel of like 400 people. Probably like 200 people and 215 bots. Thank you bots, I love you. I cut my bangs. I like how bangs enunciate my giant sharp jaw. It just looks great on me. I quit drinking. I mean, okay, not to mislead you, I quit drinking for a month. So this is, I'm trying it out. It's my first week. It's great. Do I want to pop open a bottle of Chardonnay? Definitely. Sauvignon Blanc? Yeah. Alone? Definitely. Everything causes cancer. Yeah, on a lighter note, on a brighter side, I don't hate myself as much as I hate Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj. Okay, hate is a large word. Been on a, let's say, hate train of Taylor Swift for a long time. Hate train by meaning calling out her shitty behavior. But I don't per se hate her. But I have a new joiner as Nicki Minaj on the list. I'm not a big fan of Nicki Minaj. Love her talent. Yeah, great. Like, I think her fuck up with Megan Thee Stallion, which we're gonna discuss, is just epic. Before we get into why they're becoming so insufferable lately, you cannot deny their talent. No matter how much I kind of don't like her personality, she's a very good rapper. I cannot deny that, If you hear Nicki Minaj song, Nicki Minaj wrote it. Which, I doubt it, because everybody has a ghostwriter. But when she released her diss track to Megan Thee Stallion, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you wrote that. It was very drafty. The way that Nicki Minaj can prove that she can rap on the spot is to go to Wild 'N Out. Back to the point, like, you cannot deny their talent. Nicki Minaj is a great rapper. And Taylor Swift, people say she's a good lyricist. I know that she rhymes car with bar. That's all I know. Anyways. So hot show. So let's start with Taylor Swift. Why is she insufferable? Well, she was insufferable to me for a long time, but now I think the whole internet is like, fucking can't stand it anymore. First things first, she's in her Era tour. Then she did this like Era tour movie or whatever, right? And now she's dating Kelsey Travis, who's a footballer, American footballer, and she's everywhere. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Oh, Taylor Swift flew to Las Vegas to see her boyfriend. Oh, she did this and that. And whenever you see pictures of Taylor Swift, like, supporting the wives and then the girlfriends of other players, she might be a good pop star, but she's not a good actress, I'll tell you that. You can tell this is staged as fuck, She's like, ah. And when he fell down, Disney, like, reactions. You fell? Oh my god. Oh. Now that I'm looking at these photos, like, you can see how Taylor is like always camera ready, while like others are like, like the eyes is closed, somebody's on the phone, somebody's like, these are like genuine photos, and she's like always ready. So that's why I think it's staged. I know it's clickbait, but at the same time, celebrities pay to appear places. They drop all these hints just to be on our minds all the time, to be on the TV, social media, yada yada. And like, believe me, Taylor Swift is all over this shit. If she didn't want a coverage, she would avoid it. The reason she's insufferable to me is that she cannot take a fucking joke. There was Golden Globes, right? And there was a horrible host. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I watched a snippet of when he took a jab at Taylor Swift, and he was like, you know what's the difference between an NFL and Golden Globes? There's less cameras pointing at Taylor Swift than an NFL. She was like, is the joke bad? It's not great, I understand, but it's not a bad joke either. It's like a very relatable joke. It's a joke that is based on truth, right? Her reaction wasn't like, oh my god, such a not funny joke, kind of awkward. You're like, when a comedian says a joke and it's just like not funny and you have this reaction like, ouch, sort of a thing. Her reaction was like,
I'm gonna motherfucking kill you. You hear me? This wasn't funny, fucking asshole. How dare you to speak to me like that, you fucking misogynist.
That was her reaction. Cannot take a joke. Oh my god. Listen, the way I can judge a character of a person if they can laugh at themselves. If they cannot laugh at themselves, then probably you're not a very pleasant person to be around when you cannot, like, relax. That's one thing she's insufferable for. The other thing, there's a kid that apparently is stalking her flight history or flight track information, whatever. He's tracking her flight. And she kind of I think, try to sue him or try to make him stop. She claimed that she doesn't feel safe, which I understand, you know, but chances of somebody shooting down your plane with a nuclear or like some missile thing, it's very low. But we all know why you don't feel safe when somebody's tracking your 10-minute flights. Yes, you heard me, 10-15-minute flights. Apologies for a weird switcheroo. My camera phone died, but I was already on a rant, so I'm not gonna wait until it charges up. So we're gonna continue here. As I was saying, Taylor Swift took private jet to fly 13-minute journey or 28 miles. A 13-minute private jet flight. I think it will be faster for you just to take a fucking car. You know, it's probably like what, a 40-30 minute drive probably, because it will take you time to get to the, and not an airport, but I don't know where like fucking private jets fly from, probably an airport, to get there, to board the flight, then go to the runway, take off, and take down. I like how she responds to every sexism, misogynistic things. Oh no, you fucking assholes, how dare you. She never shuts up, right? But when it comes to her carbon footprint, you might as well call her a carbon Bigfoot. Get it? She's really silent, you know, she's really silent, except for suing that kid for not tracking her flight. But yeah, she completely pollutes the earth. She tries to see her boyfriend 24/7. She flies to him all the time in a private jet. And guess what? There's like tons and tons of carbon dioxide. You know what's so funny? We trying to, you know, drink out of non-plastic straws like me here. I'm drinking out of a glass straw. While billionaires, and there is no such thing as a good billionaire. I don't care if it's Rihanna or Taylor Swift or multimillionaires, right? You know, if I'll be one day, apologies, I'm a bad person, but I'm not there yet, so I'm still good. So there's an estimate. She has 8,000 to 10,000 tons of CO2 per year. That's her estimation. Let's compare that to a normal person. Worldwide, the average person produces about 4 tons of carbon dioxide each year. Compare that to Taylor Swift, what is it? 8,000 to 10,000. So she is producing 2,000% more than the average person that's on a minimum. Yeah, look at that. Hypocrite. Listen, and there's no such thing as offsetting carbon footprint. You know, like you can plant as many trees as you want, but you know, you cannot shit and then just like pay your way up after like shitting and everything. Like, imagine you spilled oil into the ocean, right? Like a giant toxic waste into the ocean, and you cannot offset that. Like you made the damage. The same goes with you know, flying private everywhere, especially to see your boyfriend because you're so sweet and we crazy about this love, you know. It's true. The most of carbon footprint, it comes from fucking rich people flying around. And you know, the thing is, you can be a silent billionaire, you know, you're like faceless, or you can be a pop star and you're gonna be scrutinized for what you do. And listen, it's not like she's trying to kind of fly less, maybe take a car for fuck's sake instead of flying 13 minutes on a private jet, right? No, she's not doing that. Yeah, that's why I find her annoying. That she tries to silence her haters. She's been trying to silence a teen who's tracking her flight, which is legal. You know, it's not like illegal. It's a public information. Just because she's not liking the scrutiny she's getting over her private jet use. 8,000 to 10,000 tons. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. Moving on to Nicki Minaj, another hypocrite of the year. She responded to Megan Thee Stallion's diss track, His. I love the name, cheeky. And she basically said their hoes don't be mad at Megan, they be mad at Megan's Law. Which basically refers to Megan's Law. I like how smart I am right now. I don't know American law. Basically, Megan's Law is where you have to, you know, be publicly outed as a sex offender, and you have to notify wherever you move that you are a sex offender, which, you know, fair, you know, imagine you're living next to a pedophile. I think everybody lives next to a pedophile for some reason. That's funny. Not funny, yeah, but you know, I'm over that age. I'm not a child anymore, so good luck to you out there. I survived. Try to survive too. Yeah, there's actually this girl, I'm not mentioning my age, but she's like around my age, 20 something. But she looks like a 12-year-old, and she's dating obviously an adult, a guy, and like everybody says he's a creep. But it's kind of weird. What you gonna do? Obviously, you're probably gonna date a pedophile when you look like a child. That's besides the point. I'm sorry. You know, the problem with Nicki Minaj is that she like she kind of speaks to people from this high horse, you know, because she's a queen of the rap, and she kind of like, oh, you hoes, you bitches are my sons, you know, shit like that. Fun in the games. But when it comes to sex offenders, Nicki, I don't think you have rights to say anything at all, considering not only your husband, but also your brother. Yeah, your brother. So let's start with her husband, which everybody knows, right? Kenneth Petty. I did some research. So in 95, he was convicted of attempted rape. I don't know at a gunpoint or not, but she was 16, and I think he was also underage at that time. It doesn't really matter if he was 18 or 16 at the time. I don't know if it's like a point of discussion, but anyways, 16 years old is kind of mature enough to understand. You know, it's one thing to say something stupid, right? When you're 16 years old, you're like, you know, you say a bad word, you know, like when Justin Bieber saying "one less lonely." Another thing is actually going and raping someone. Anyways, attempting to rape. My apologies. And now, cause he did that, he has to register everywhere, right? Wherever he goes, and sometimes he failed to notify the authorities of his new address. Obviously, he cannot be close to schools and any other, you know, child areas. He's not allowed, or like going out in the night or something. It's kind of a weird thing. Anyways, it's not easy dating a child. I'm sorry, it's not easy dating a sex offender. Trying to say that it's kind of difficult. What really pisses me off about Nicki Minaj, the victim of Kenneth Petty, Nicki Minaj and him were trying to kind of silence her or kind of intimidate her, pay her money, and she's like, I just want to like be, and they kind of kept coming on to her, and she just wanted to be left alone. It was kind of a dick move. I don't like that, you know. Leave the woman alone, you know. You want to silence her, don't do that. Like, don't do that. That's not fun. Funny enough, he's not only a sex offender, Kenneth Petty was also convicted of manslaughter. Listen, you know what's so funny? Somebody like Nicki Minaj, like her caliber, is being married to a sex offender and a manslaughter guy. I mean, that's fun, right? But, you know, that doesn't finish there, the whole fucking history. Jelani Mirage, the older brother of Nicki Minaj, was sentenced to predatory sexual assault. As far as I understood, he was coming on to his stepdaughter, who was I think 11 or 12 years old, 11-year-old, and Nicki Minaj did write a letter to the judge or whoever, the court, so that they release him a bit faster, and that like she was saying he has good character traits, whatever. I don't care how much I love my brother, but if he would assault his own stepdaughter who's 11 years old, not even repeatedly, just like even once, like, I don't care, you're dead to me. But you know, for Nicki Minaj, it doesn't matter. Megan just literally said, you know, these hoes be mad at Megan's Law, and Nicki Minaj fires at her, calling her Bigfoot. Okay, haha, get it. But then she kind of laughs at her mother's being dead, lying on your mother's grave, and she kind of mumbles her way through the song. Listen, mentioning a dead mother, I don't know how she thought this would fly in any way. Like, a small attack like that, you don't go full-blown Nicki Minaj on them, you know. That's kind of stupid, which Nicki Minaj has done now. Like, if Megan killed her own mother, or like she had a terrible relationship with her mother and then the mother died, or like something more controversial, okay, you can mention her dead mother. But other than that, I mean, it's just like, sometimes I'm thinking, like, these celebrities, what crack do they smoke? Like, if I ever get to that point of, you know, that famousness, you know what I mean? How, like, surrounding yourself with the yes people, it's just insane. Like, the amount of entitlement is insane. Like, listen, I love Beyonce, by the way. I love her album Renaissance, really great album. When she didn't get her Grammy and I think Taylor Swift won it, he was like, some of you don't deserve to be in this category. My wife didn't get recognition. Listen, she is Beyonce. She got so many Grammys. She got so much recognition. Let the new people come and get it. Okay, Taylor Swift got it. I understand. But you know, it's not like she's not getting recognition. There's so many super talented singers, songwriters. They don't get jack shit. They're like, the audacity, you know, like the men's audacity is the same, equates to female audacity in celebrity world. Like the audacity of Taylor Swift trying to sue this teen for exposing her 10-minute flights from her kitchen to her sofa. You know what's the craziest thing? With this diss track that Nicki Minaj should have left her in her drafts, because it does sound like a draft song, honestly. Like, she has fucking producers, she has mixing and mastering people, and this is what she comes with. It dawns upon me that she doesn't realize what of a huge deal it is to be a fucking sexual assaulter. Is that a word? Sex assaulter. do you know how big of a deal it is to be like raped or to be, you know, threatened, or especially when you're like an 11-year-old girl and you're gonna do anything about it? Adult coming onto you and making you do things you don't understand. You know, you cannot minimize that. Problem is, she got mad to the fact that Megan Thee Stallion was bringing up Megan's Law, and Nicki Minaj interpreted it as a dig and not as it like being a bad thing. No, Megan's Law is a good thing and it should be there. And I'm sorry your brother and your husband are under that law, but listen, you have your child of your own. I hope you don't condemn that. Anyways, thank you so much. This was Not So Hot Show. I'll be back regularly once a week. I'm gonna talk about American cooking next episode because I saw this Americans cooking, and I think it's a satire. I don't think it's true. Like this like grandma like, oh, we're adding a can of pineapple, then we're adding 4 sticks of butter, then we're putting fucking rice poodles. Like it's like the weirdest shit. And then they always bake it, or they put like Coca-Cola pie, where they put a pie and then a Coca-Cola and then put sugar and then flour, mix it. It's just, you know, like the crazy shit you see on the internet these days, right? All right. Take care, guys. Yeah, I want to announce that I made a song about bald people. I'm gonna release it soon. Bye.
So hot show. That's hot. No, it's not. Like, literally.